Many people think that the homeless and displaced is not an issue for Singapore because we are a first world country. There's really great infrastructure and everything is so wonderful in our country. But it is not the reality for many people in the sense that there are homeless people and people who are displaced in the community. And just because they are out of sight does not mean they're out of mind. Hi, my name is Harrison and I'm an 18-year-old student.
My name is Sri and I'm also 18 this year.
Sri and I are friends from ACS Independent and we started Comm.UnitySG, which is a youth initiative working together with New Hope Community Services to serve the displaced and homeless in Singapore. So what happened was that when we were at the Jalan Kukoh HDB estate, we came across an old man who was around roughly in his 60s. He was quite skinny. He was sitting at one of the benches, one of the very secluded benches. So we just struck out a conversation with him like we did with all the other residents. And he looked like he just stayed at the estate, so we assumed that he was one of the residents. But when we talked to him, we asked him how is he doing in this estate. Then he told us actually that he did not stay at the estate. He was just wandering around, he stumbled across his bench and he doesn't have a home. So we asked him, well, how has COVID-19 impacted your life? Have you received a free mask from the government? And what happened was that he very blankly and casually told us that he didn't care if he contracted the virus or not. So it didn't matter if he wore the mask because he didn't care if he died. And so that's when we knew we really needed to, more than just provide temporary housing to these people, but we really needed to impart hope into their life so then they are able to have a positive transformation and live their life to the fullest.
Homelessness in Singapore was largely an invisible issue. There's not much awareness, and so we decided to focus on this particular problem in order to address this need that usually goes unnoticed. So far, we've done activities such as food distribution and food packing. The second week, we did cleaning and painting of shelters in Jalan Kukoh. And on Monday, we did the distribution of dinner and also temperature taking for all the residents, around 27 units.
So it's a really large estate. Then we have to go up and down the stairs, and then we have to carry really heavy boxes, and so I think it really definitely puts a toll on our physical state. But I think mentally it's quite nourishing, even though physically it may be tiring. The mental nourishment actually oversees the struggle that we have physically.
Personally, through our interactions, I felt that they don't always interact very openly. But then when you do try and make a conversation and try and interact with them, they are very friendly and they do make jokes, they crack jokes, they are very grateful for whatever we do, and they're very jovial in that sense. I remember there's one person who really stuck my mind. When we went to her unit, she was very nice to us. She was like, oh, you're all very young, spending so much time helping us out and all that. Thank you very much and may God bless you. I think it's very wholesome, the whole interaction. One thing that we learned through this whole initiative is that awareness is quite important for solving an issue. If you're not aware of the fact that this issue exists in the first place, there's no way for you to actually go about solving it. You don't necessarily have to come down and physically help or even have to spend your own money because you may not have it. But even spreading a message and raising awareness for an issue in itself is an amazing thing to do. Because first of all, it makes people aware of something and makes people sensitive to a certain problem. It helps us link this certain issue to people who may be able to help.
We are definitely going to continue past the circuit breaker period because I think there are still a lot of needs that should be addressed in the community.
Volunteering in this capacity may not be for everyone. Service comes from the heart and you can play your part in whatever capacity you can. Going out of my way to help others and seeing other people benefit through my actions, even though it may be hard work, right? I think it's a very amazing feeling of satisfaction that you can get.
So if anyone has the ability and the resources to volunteer, that goes a long way as well. Doing anything you can in your own capacity is what's most important.